has finally landed their first official star. Yes, this is not their first signing, but this is the first signing with real star power. You had Nneka Ogwumike. You had Alyssa Thomas. You had Jonquel Jones. You had Jewell Loyd, Camila Cardoso, Janelle Saloon, Kelsey Mitchell, Lee Mang, and now you have Sophie the Trophy Cunningham.
The WNBA offseason just got spicy. Sophie Cunningham just dropped a bombshell announcement that sent shockwaves through the basketball world. She's officially joining Project B, the new league offering players over $2 million a year. And let's be clear, this move isn't just about the paycheck. This is about respect, leverage, and watching certain players who spent the season tossing shade suddenly realize they may have backed the wrong side. The league everyone swore would never survive is now stacking its roster with names that actually matter. And funny enough, a whole lot of people who used to talk loud are suddenly very, very quiet.
And I think the next team I play for, I want a bigger contract, so then I can buy a house and be homey and cozy.
Fuck yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow. That's crazy. That could be the Liberty. It could be New York City. It could also be the Lynx, and it could be Minneapolis. Like, you just don't know.
It could be anywhere.
Sophie Cunningham just made the power move of the offseason, and you can practically hear jaws dropping across social media. The Phoenix Mercury guard turned Indiana Fever standout announced she's heading to Project B, and the timing couldn't be more perfect. While some players spent the season fueling drama and stirring up beef, Sophie was stacking real value, and now she's cashing in big. Her decision has sent shockwaves through the basketball world, and the sudden silence from certain corners is absolutely deafening.
Guys, I'm so excited to announce that I'm actually joining Project B's athlete roster. I'm so thrilled for it. It is giving women's basketball a platform that is much deserving, not only here in the United States, but across the world. So come on this journey with us.
Project B is not some fly-by-night experiment. It's a full-scale power play that just sent shockwaves through women's basketball. This new 5-on-5 league, launching in fall 2026 with 6 teams of 11 players, is offering a minimum salary of $2 million, yes, the minimum, over 6 times last year's WNBA Supermax. And it's backed by giants like NFL legend Steve Young and tennis icon Novak Djokovic, meaning this is serious money meeting serious basketball. Sophie Cunningham's announcement video showed real excitement as she explained how Project B aims to give women's basketball the global platform and respect it has always deserved, stepping in where the WNBA has dragged its feet on fair compensation. Investors are finally putting their money where their mouth is, proving these athletes are worth millions with actual contracts. And here's the plot twist. Sophie is now the second Indiana Fever star to join the league, following Kelsey Mitchell's announcement just a day earlier. 2 of the Fever's most electric players are taking their talents to a league that truly values them, which says everything about the current state of professional women's basketball. Haters spent all season trying to downplay what the Fever were building, acting like the team's success was a fluke and pretending only one player mattered. But Project B just delivered the most expensive reality check imaginable. You don't hand someone a $2 million minimum if they're irrelevant. You build a league around players who matter, and Project B just proved exactly who those players are.
Sophie Cunningham, as we know, Project B, their season runs with Unrivaled. The same time of year, Project B starts earlier, finishes a little later. Unrivaled runs in the middle of that. If you are in Project B, there is no way, shape, or form.
Project B just flipped the entire landscape of women's basketball, and Sophie Cunningham's move is the clearest proof yet. She isn't just popular, she's the 3rd most searched WNBA player, according to Google Analytics. That means fans want to see her, want to follow her, want to watch her play. Yet all season long, people tried to downplay her impact, act like she didn't matter, pretend she was riding someone else's coattails. Funny how quiet they are now that she's signing multi-million-dollar contracts while their favorites are still waiting on a max that doesn't even crack $1 million. Project B isn't some gimmick. This is a full, traditional 5-on-5 league with $2 million minimum salaries, backed by Steve Young and Novak Djokovic, built for the game these athletes have played their whole lives. And unlike Unrivaled's 3-on-3 format, Project B gives players what fans actually want to watch. Real basketball at the highest level with real compensation to match. Sophie becomes the second Indiana Fever star to join, right after Kelsey Mitchell. And that alone exposes how badly women's basketball needed outside investors who understand the value of star power. More opportunities mean more leverage, and the WNBA's negotiation table just got rocked hard. When one league offers a $2 million minimum and the other still can't break 7 figures at the top, players suddenly have options, and options equal power. Stars like Jewell Loyd, JuJu Watkins, and Camila Cardoso have already committed, proving this isn't a league for leftovers. It's a league players are choosing because it treats them like the difference makers they are. And watching the salt pile up under Sophie's announcement is almost entertaining. People pretending this isn't a big deal will absolutely be tuning in, even if it's hate watching. What they don't understand is that women's basketball is thriving because of players like Sophie, marketable, talented, charismatic, and genuinely. Here is your rewritten version. Same meaning, same length, but dramatically more suspenseful, more emotional, and far more gripping for you. WNBA-style commentary. This asterisk right here is what a healthy professional sports market finally looks like. Players actually have leverage. Teams are forced to compete for elite talent. Entire leagues suddenly have to prove their worth playing in instead of assuming women will accept whatever scraps they're given. And for the first time in decades, the people who built their careers on underpaying women are realizing the gravy train is coming to a screeching halt. And standing at the center of all that pressure? Caitlin Clark. She's the decision everyone is holding their breath for. If she joins Project B, the league becomes instant must-watch television. If she doesn't, the talent is still there. Strong, real, competitive, but that crossover mainstream explosion becomes just a little harder to capture. Then you've got Aya Wilson and Angel Reese, 2 absolute giants of the sport. Neither has officially aligned with Unrivaled yet, and either one would skyrocket Project B from promising challenger to historic disruptor. But here's the wild part. Even without those 3 megastars, Project B is already stacked. Sophie Cunningham, Kelsey Mitchell, Jewell Loyd, JuJu Watkins, Camila Cardoso. Those names alone give you a legitimate, battle-tested lineup. Enough firepower to deliver real, high-level, competitive basketball every single night. Everything beyond that is just pure luxury. And honestly, the most satisfying piece of all this is watching the same people who spent the entire season being negative suddenly choke on their own takes. They tried to tear down players like Sophie, pretended their accomplishments didn't matter, talked like they weren't worth investing in. Now those unimportant players are signing million-dollar contracts while the haters are stuck doom-scrolling and rage-posting for free. Cut. Here is your rewritten version. Same length, same meaning, but far more suspenseful, emotional, and YouTube voiceover ready, while keeping all facts intact. Playing in the off-season means players aren't burning themselves out or risking injuries that could derail their WNBA seasons. It's smart. It's strategic. And honestly, everything about Project B's structure feels like it was built to last, not thrown together for a quick headline grab. This isn't a cash grab league. It's a long-term chess move. What happens next? That's the part nobody can predict. More announcements are definitely coming. More major names will sign. Schedules, broadcast deals, locations, the entire blueprint is going to unfold piece by piece. But right now, in this exact moment, Sophie Cunningham just planted her flag in the ground. She said she's worth millions. She said she deserves a platform that actually respects her value. She said she's ready to help build something bigger than the old status quo. And Project B didn't hesitate. They said, we agree. Here's your contract. Meanwhile, the haters can keep doing what they do best, denying reality, pretending this doesn't matter, acting like only their favorite players deserve exposure and money. But the truth is simple. The market has spoken. Investors are putting real money behind players like Sophie. Fans are fired up. Momentum is shifting. The future of women's basketball isn't coming someday. It's happening right now. And the people who spent the entire season being negative, they're getting left behind in real time. That's not just satisfying. That's poetic justice. Sophie Cunningham joining Project B is so much bigger than one contract. It's a signal flare. It's a line in the sand. This is about the future of women's basketball and who gets to control it. The old guard spent years trying to keep these women underpaid and undervalued. Now the players are taking their power back and getting every dollar, every opportunity.